Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome to our New Jersey Cheon 1 prayer vigil. Today is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Let us begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 촌진 천부모님께 경배. 바로. Now let us begin by reciting the family pledge, first in Korean, then in English. 6. 천연국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가족으로서 천연을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가족을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. Our family, the owner Cheonguk, pledges to become a heavenly family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the heavenly parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. Now for our opening prayer, I would like to invite Andrea Thiemann to please unmute and lead us in prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Good morning, our precious Heavenly Parent. Good morning, dear parents. Thank you so much for blessing us with a new day. Thank you for guiding us each and every day. Thank you for the inspirations that you give us, Heavenly Parent, through the words that are shared each and every day through our brothers and sisters. And we thank you, Heavenly Parent, that so often you give us answers to questions that we have in our hearts. We pray that you can be with us in this moment as we gather together here to begin a new day with you. We thank you that we can begin each and every day, Heavenly Parent, with you in our minds and our hearts, and that we can live our lives, Heavenly Parent, always thinking about what are the best ways that we can contribute to really creating this world that you envisioned for us. Thank you for putting that vision in our hearts. Thank you for really investing in us each and every day. Thank you for our dear parents who guide us each and every day. And thank you for all brothers and sisters who are in positions to lead us and to really help us through this journey. We offer up this prayer, Heavenly Parent, with gratitude. In my name, Andrea Thiemann, Central Family.
Aju, thank you so much for your opening prayer, Andrea. It was beautiful. Perfect way to start our morning. So now we will go into our morning light stretches. So we're going to start with some deep breaths, 3 deep breaths. So we're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to reach up to the sky. And then we're just going to go up and down, one arm after the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now back to the middle, and then we're going to pull to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's do some arm rolls. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do some body twists to the right. So hand on your opposite knee and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now for some neck rolls all the way around. We're going to do that twice on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one last deep breath in and out. All right, I hope that woke everyone up just a little bit more for today's morning. So now we're going to go into our breakout rooms together and share our gratitude points on something we're grateful for, and then we'll be back. I'll see you guys soon. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed your breakout session this morning. I enjoyed mine. I was with some wonderful aunties. So I'd love to invite up Roswitha Johnson to please unmute and share with us her appreciation point today.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I appreciate very much that we have Rebecca back again. And I appreciate that we have always so wonderful readers and giving deep insights. And Eva Clark and Rebecca and myself, we were together and we were all grateful for true parents bringing us our husbands, bringing us to appreciate family. And whoever has still to go to work while I'm a pensioner, I said I can use my time as I want, but in a way, it's not completely true because I'm taking care of my 4 grandchildren. And so my son just phoned me, oh, you have to do that. You have to drive them here and there. So I'm free to do whatever I want. And when I can listen to morning devotion, that gives me new energy, new inspiration, which I also can share with my grandchildren when we drive or when we are together. And I'm so grateful that we can learn so much from each other, with each other. And I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing with all of us. I loved having you in my breakout room this morning. So now let us prepare our hearts and our minds as we listen to Stephen Boyd as he shares True Mother's readings and his insights.
Thank you, Rebecca. Good morning, everyone. Good to see everyone today. Let's begin our reading with True Mother's memoir. The chill of the cold winter wind we felt as we disembarked at Pyongyang's Sunan Airport dissipated as we received the embraces of my husband's relatives. Of course, they were all grandmothers and grandfathers. They grabbed hold of our hands and wept. A waterfall of tears surged in my heart, and I'm sure my husband's as well, but I bit my lip and held them back. We had committed ourselves to this venture for the sake of Heavenly Parent and the world, not for the personal happiness of our relatives or ourselves. There would be another trip for that, we assured each other, casting our bread on the waters. We settled in at the P&E guest hall, and the next day, in accord with our lifelong tradition, we arose early in the morning and prayed. If there were surveillance cameras in our room, all those prayers crying out for the unification of the Korean Peninsula were recorded. That day and the next, we were given a tour of Pyongyang. Our meeting with a group of major North Korean government leaders at the Mansudae Assembly Hall on the 3rd day of our stay has become a legend in North Korea. My husband and I knew that to speak for God against the government's Juche ideology in North Korea could be grounds for execution, but we were resolved to risk death for the sake of peace and unification. Let it go on record. Standing in the heart of North Korea, Father Moon denounced Juche thought and the Juche kingdom. He said loudly and clearly, the unification of North and South Korea cannot come based on Chairman Kim Il-sung's Juche thought. North and South Korea can be unified peacefully, and Korea can become the nation that can lead the whole world only through the God-centered ideology and head-wing thought of unificationism. Furthermore, he refuted their propagandistic posture that the Korean War started with the South invading the North. By the end of his speech, Father Moon admonished them, how can you call yourselves leaders? You cannot even control your own sex organs. The North Koreans were taken entirely by surprise. Their security personnel were anticipating the signal to rush in with guns drawn. Even though they to to some degree knew what Father Moon was going to say, our members accompanying us broke out in a cold sweat. I had toured the whole world with my husband, and we had met the leaders of many nations, but nowhere did we have to maintain courageous determination and serious resolve comparable to that day in Pyongyang. So before I share my screen, wow, amazing moment. How can we recapture this, in our minds and in our hearts? This is truly an historic series of events over a series of days. So let me share my screen with a couple of thoughts to begin. These are pictures of true parents. The one on the left is a picture in Beijing in the waiting area of the airport before true parents departed for North Korea. And the gentleman that Father is shaking hands with is a North Korean emissary who was sent with the official invitation from Kim Il-sung to come to Korea. So they're commemorating this moment here. And then the picture on the right is true parents. Just before they go into the door of the airplane, they turn and then they wave to everyone that's at the foot of the stairs there that led into the airplane. So they're saying goodbye. And again, I was just in our breakout room. We were reflecting on what true parents must be feeling. What true parents must be feeling at this moment. They're walking, this is out of China, and they're going into Korea because it's the only way to get into Korea. What are they feeling about their opportunity to return and what lies ahead of them? When they landed in Pyongyang, Mother says that at the foot of the airplane were true father's relatives. So this is a picture of true parents greeting father's relatives. And again, how do we know what is in true parents' heart? True parents always are living a public life. Everything that they do, even in the smallest situation with brothers and sisters like us, they are standing in the position of true parents. And everything that they do is not on a personal level. So Mother explains here, as Father did in his autobiography, that they held back their tears. The wonderful thing, and the thing that I admire about Mother in this moment, is that these relatives are not hers. Her relatives may be somewhere, but they're not there. But Mother's heart is breaking, and tears want to fall like a waterfall, but she holds them back. And she's feeling this for Father, feeling this for her loving husband, a husband that she loves. So I found, as I was doing my research for this presentation this morning, I found a report that Dr. Bo Hee Pak had given after the visit was over. And I thought it would be interesting to hear these words because these reflect what Father was thinking during this time and what he went through. I have to move this out of the way so I can see my text here. So Father says, cited by Dr. Pak, no one can claim more justification than I for harboring feelings of ill will against North Korea. I receive severe persecution from the current government of North Korea because of my position as a religious leader and my unswerving anti-communist principles. I was tortured harshly and then imprisoned for nearly 3 years in a labor camp. There I witnessed the deaths of many who also had been imprisoned without cause. Now I have visited North Korea in the spirit of true love. True love is love that loves even that which cannot be loved. As I set foot in Pyongyang, my heart was as clear as the autumn sky. I did not feel that I was entering the house of my enemy, but rather that I was returning to my hometown to visit the house of my brother. I carried with me to North Korea the principle that I have always lived by, that is, to forgive, love, and unite. This is an incredibly deep insight into true Father's heart, and I'm sure it reflects true Mother's heart. Father's heart was as clear as the autumn sky. He was going in to see his brother, to reunite with his brother, to forgive, love his brother, and then unite. Then Mother talks about Father's speech at the banquet hall. Father, in that speech, stood up. She reveals that although our members kind of knew what Father might say, nobody anticipated the force with which Father would speak in that moment in those circumstances. Remember, this is a military state. No one speaks against the great leader. No one would dare say even one word against, otherwise they would suffer imprisonment, even death. So Father proclaimed in that environment to this relatively small group of leaders in this banquet hall that the unification of North and South Korea cannot come based on Kim Il-sung's Juche thought. They had never heard this. No one would dare to say this. Father then proclaimed Korea can only be unified through the headwing thought of unificationism, of which Father is like the author in a way. Then he refuted, North Korea teaches in their history to the students in school and in the culture that actually it was not North Korea that invaded South to begin the Korean War. They teach that the South invaded the North. And that's a strong tenet in their understanding of history. So Father said, no, this is not true. Actually, North Korea started the Korean War. And then finally, he chastises them in the room, looking at them. You call yourselves leaders? You can't even control your sex organs. So how incredible was this moment? So when this took place, Mother explains that the North Koreans were absolutely surprised. And they didn't, I spoke with Mr. Yoon, who was Father's assistant, sometime after this, visit. This is some months later. And he told me he was in the room. And he told me that the room was shocked. And actually, they didn't know what to do because nobody had ever spoken this way. They were too fearful to say so, even though they may have felt it. And our members were like scared. What's going to happen now? And they sat with everybody. This is as a banquet, so there's supposed to be eating taking place. And our members just kind of sat with their heads down, not knowing what's going to happen. And truly, I believe, breaking out into a cold sweat. So Father was courageous. He didn't say it with animosity. His heart was clear as the autumn sky. And he's loving his brother by giving his brother the truth in the most loving way, not an accusatory way or a condemning way, but telling him what is true. So Mother says, I've been all over the world to so many countries. We've met so many leaders around the world, but nowhere do we have to maintain such courageous determination and serious resolve as in that moment in Pyongyang. And then Mother also in the passage we read today, she says that day in North Korea has become legend. The fact that Reverend Sam Young Moon and with our true mother stood up and spoke in this way, proclaiming the truth about the reality in North Korea. So I think we have to really feel incredible admiration and really praise our two parents for the courage to do this, because really, under other circumstances, it could have been that they could have come in and taken our two parents away. But Father, at the risk of his life, Mother, at the risk of her life, were willing to make this incredible proclamation. So thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Stephen, for your beautiful insights on True Mother's memoir. And wow, it really shows just how incredible True Mother and True Father are. Just hearing that story makes me break out in a cold sweat. So, wow, it's beautiful to read her words so early in the morning. So thank you. So now let's move into our breakout rooms and share our takeaways with one another. And I'll see you back soon. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed your breakout session this morning. Due to time being short, there will not be a representative sharing, but please feel free to share your takeaways on the chat for all of us to read. So now we will be moving to our Chonshin prayer, and I'd like to invite Pastor Takino for any announcements and closing prayer for today.
Okay, good morning. Thank you. Yeah, that story is one of the exciting story of true parent life and amazing story in the risk of the life. But he clearly declared God should be the center. So that was amazing story. Thank you. Thank you, Dean Boy. So I have several announcements today and the prayer request. Yes, so this is an update. Every day, somebody text me the situation of the Mrs. Carla Allen. So, so she is still in ICU, but sometimes today, the doctors will try to extubate her take her off the respirator. So they try to remove the tube today. But please, we need to pray for her body is strong enough that her lungs are start working once the respirator tube is removed. So it is a very risky procedure. So please continue to pray today, especially today. It's very important day for Mrs. Cara. And Pastor Crescentia texted me yesterday. She is going to better now, but now their family need somebody to care their children. And if you are interested, I know that the physically not easy to visit their home or stay their home and the care of the children. But if you foreign, you wanna do for their families, please contact the Pastor Crescentia. This is a schedule I just write down. So please contact her and their family, her family. And as you know, we received a memo from international headquarters. So Cheon Cosmic Blessing on April. And the 2024 Cheon Cosmic Blessing Festival, which will be held in Korea on April 26th. And will be a blessing for both first and second generation matched couple, previous married couple, or older single who are qualified to receive a single blessing. So if you are preparing or your children are preparing to attend cosmic blessing this time, please, sign up or send the application, BFM website. And those who sign up, they will have a meeting, a Zoom meeting on Thursday, March 7th at 8 p.m. And application deadline will be on March 31st. You will receive the detailed memo from, I believe, from the pastors. So New Jersey already sent out a memo to the members. So if you didn't receive the memo yet, please ask your local pastors. They should receive this memo already. Today, I like to invite Mr. Calvin to represent in prayer.
Good morning. Let's join our prayer. Good morning, our dear and dear parent. Good morning. We just so good to be here. We just read an amazing story about our true father, true mother enter North Korea as with their life, and they make declaration was courage, father. And they could have been executed because North Korean military state, and yet the courage actually touched the heart of Kim Il Sung. That inside he said, ladies, he never meant a special reverend Sun Myung Moon. It is so true, Father, that we know that because victory of our true Father, victory of our true Mother, the two greatest champion history, Father, that the history changed, Father, that a new age, new era is coming. We're just so grateful, Father, that we are really living in such a time. We receive the benefit of the accomplishment of our true Father and true Mother. Pray that we can remember how fortunate we are, Father. Every day we should live in deep gratitude. Every day we should really feel the determination of heart to march forward, to follow true parents and to be victory for you. So that the world, a new age will come soon for where all mankind can live in peace and harmony. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your love. And thank you for calling us back into service. We just simply feel honored and grateful. And thank you for everything. And I report this in my name, Calvin Mayo Placentral Family, Arju.
Arju.
Aju. Thank you. And please feel free to unmute and join in unison prayer.
Good morning, Heavenly
Our
Father.
love,
Good morning,
Heavenly
Father.
Thank you so much
Lord
for
God,
parents
good
for
morning,
this
Lord.
opportunity. So
Who everything.
we thank
But no one else.
uh,
Thank you, Heavenly Father.
for your
Who
parents.
everything in our lives.
And
Everything,
parents.
Heavenly Father, to know that there are so
Thank
many
you
people
for
who are so
our
grateful to
every day.
for your children,
Father, about
all
all
the
the
Thank you
Lord,
for
to save the world, the leaders who has to be so that people, fathers, students, so parents, so vertical connection. Those love and love the life reaches her. Only the child cannot be able to proclaim your life. The bread
Thank
Korean leaders. You feel that in order for us to Satan to be boldly against those we have to Father break the ways and evilness of Satan. We have to expose it and help that is expose what is thank you so much that you have sent your family and we expose Satan, correct him, to bring mostly understanding with everything all the right we want to offer our parents who is have the tradition of reading the word, guide them every day, lead them on your ways, share this word with others. So thank you so much. My name,
Aju. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in unison prayer. And thank you for joining us all this morning. And I hope to see you all back tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Have a wonderful
Thank you, Rebecca.
day,
Thank you,
everybody.
Rebecca. Everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend
See you
Tequino.
Wednesday.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Rebecca and Stephen.
Rebecca Boyd.
Wow.
Dr. Hendricks.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Dr. Amari and Karen.